it's your girl, the Authentic Empress. And as you can see on the thumbnail, that was the first stick that I pulled out for our reading today. And as soon as I saw it, it does kind of go with the channeling that I got. Excuse me. And when it came out just now, I thought about idolatry. How something I used to say maybe about around last year and the year before was that, I think mostly last year, something I used to say was people have taken idolatry from the churches to social media platforms, idols, other idols, celebrities, quote unquote role models, right? Opposed to, seeing themselves as their own savior, right? The savior of themselves, a savior within themselves, right? And this is not to say that your life consists of you jeopardizing your life for the sake of saving other people. It's not what I mean. Although some people end up doing that, right? Because it gives them a sense of feeling needed, right? But I didn't even come on here to say that. What I've been channeling, what I kept picking up was people feeling guilty about decisions they've made in their past. Okay, so what I'm picking up is that this energy that you feel, you're feeling very reminiscent, but not reminiscent to a degree where you're at peace with your past. You understand your choices and decisions. You understand the perception that you had, the influences, right? You can pick it apart. You can pick it apart and diagnose, the reason that, you did what you did. Or the reasons why things happen or why people responded the way that they did, right? So, but this is the kind of reminiscent where you're feeling guilty about these decisions, right? You're ruminating over these decisions and, feeling regretful, feeling like, wishing that you made better choices and decisions for yourself. You know how a lot of parents, they have kids and they say, I want you to live a better life than me, and, I want you to make better choices than I made and stuff like that, right? So some of you guys can be prematurely feeling this, right? You could be prematurely feeling this because what I'm hearing is that these are also projections. These are, projections of the things, that some people around you and your environment could be feeling, right? They could be reflecting over past decisions and choices and maybe feeling regretful about it or feeling guilty about it or feeling like maybe they've moved impulsively, right? Contributing a lot of whatever those choices and decisions was with their current circumstances. Or, contemplating if these decisions or choices are dominantly affecting current circumstances, right? So, a part of this could just be you, being someone who's generally introspective anyway, right? You're generally introspective. You like to put the puzzles together. You want to understand and decipher, you. Like, you want to fully understand you and the world around you. So, there's a healthy amount of, introspection and reflection and, looking back. But if it's anything like low vibrational where you could be in like a self-sabotage type of mindset or mentality, or, making a prison out of your... creating a prison out of your perceptions of whatever these decisions and choices was. So you just need to keep in mind that this was a totally different version of yourself. If you had known the information that you know now, you know that your choices would have been totally different, right? A lot of choices and decisions you made was, just to be honest, it was out of, wanting to feel loved and included and accepted and a part of a group, right? right? Because we're naturally social creatures, so wanting to feel a part of something, right? So if you're guilty of anything, you're guilty for wanting to have community and unity with other individuals, right? Being tribe-like. So a lot of this has something to do with your past, your roots, right? This tribal mentality or way of being, way of living. So you guys could be really into nature, more of the natural things, natural remedies. Like, this is something that could have always intrigued you, you know. And a lot of this goes back to tribal roots. So let me see. I want to pull from my deck with nationalities to see what comes out on that. But yeah, you guys, you know, so by design, you had this feeling of wanting to be a part of some type of community, right? Like I said. Look, Zulu tribe. Zulu tribe. So some of you guys are, whoever views this, you can have some connections or some roots to Zulu tribe. But yeah, that's confirmation. And you know, the Zulu, I feel like the Zulu cultures are like the cultures that are like deeply tribal. You know, there is a degree of loyalty and structure, right? Moral principle, moral structure that these people abide by and honor, right? And it helps, you know, keep harmony, you know, among the people, right? At least, you know, in more ancient times or before, you know, this is how it was, right? This was something to help aid, you know, emotional distress, right? Having that togetherness and, you know, having more than just your immediate family, you know, to trust, right? So Hawaiian. So what I heard, Ohana means family, right? So having these deeply rooted family traditions, like loving, you know, close family ships, right? Yeah, but then we got European reverse. So, so some genocide and, you know, all of these, you know, attacks and warfares that these cultures and these tribes have experienced, you know, to decolonize them and, you know, this, that, and the third. Yeah, so it took a toll on, you know, this lighthearted energy, you know, that was, it used to be like the general norm, right? Like, you can not have all of these expensive things, expensive cars, clothes, or a whole bunch of money, or a luxurious home and stuff like that, but it was still a light energy, right? These people, you know, were still very content, and it had a lot to do with the culture, the tribe, the love, right? The familyhood. So this is what you guys naturally, you know, wanted. This is what you naturally wanted. So you need to not be so hard on yourself about the choices you made. Excuse me. You need not be so hard on yourself about the choices you made in order to attain that or experience that, right? All right. Thought it was about to fall. Anywho, some of you guys can even have like some druids ancestors or in your ancestry as well. Yeah, but what I'm hearing is, you know, like family, Ohana means family, like closeness, loyalty. Like, this was something that was highly valued, a priority, you know, in the structure and the foundation of the people, right? These are the kind of things that, you know, you would definitely deal with some consequences about, you know. Yeah, so whatever this guilt is, we got ability to grant wishes, fairy DNA, magic touches, magic thoughts. Ta-da! You are powerful. Alright, so, alright, know yourself, right? Or know your voice, knowing your voice. So, another message I was getting to was spending a little bit too much time watching other individuals to get information concerning yourself. or get clarity concerning yourself, opposed to spending enough time and space going within, or just going seeking the divine, right? Like having that committed and devout and loyal driven energy with the divine, and making sure we keep this, right? Making sure we renew and refresh this energy. And this is because you don't want to, you want to make sure you are able to differentiate your own voice and your own thoughts and intuition from those of others, regardless of whether there's resonance or a person is providing clarity or confirmation, right? You want to be sure that you are still, you know, putting your voice and your thoughts at the forefront, you know, with the divine, right? So that's what I was getting to. So needing to pull back from sources of, I guess, you trying sources regarding like personal information regarding self, like, I guess what I'm trying to say, like, in a way, like, finding more balance between, for example, watching a tarot reading and, you know, really spending just as much time within self to know that these are my thoughts. This is my intuition. This is what my intuition is picking up on. You know, making sure you're separating that time, right? So yeah, you could be spending a little bit too much time on social media. Even, you know, just getting stuck on stuff like TikTok or Facebook, and you're just scrolling. It doesn't even matter if it's motivational, like, but spending too much time on that and becoming dependent or like codependent on these things, like, opposed to drawing that courage and that, you know, drawing that courage and that motivation from self. So for some people, this could be talking about your diet as well. This says you need to take a shit. Understand that if you're backed up or clogged up or any way, or, you know, if you're not being regular, then this can affect your mood and your behavior, your perception of yourself, your thoughts, the frequency of your thoughts. So this is like needing to detox, needing to be mindful of what you are consuming, or consume more fruits and veggies, and things that are going to help you, you know, more fiber, things that are going to help you be more regular, because this is energy. Like, waste is energy. All right, it's the reason why our body excretes this, right? Why do our body passes this stuff? Because if it stays in our body, you know, it's going to, you know, create bacterias, possibly infections, you know, viruses, all of this and that. So think about the energy of it, right? It's more than just fecal matter. It's energy. There's frequencies, you know, composed in this thing, and your body's trying to pass it. So imagine if that's just sitting in your body, that's going to affect your mood. So some of you guys, you may be needing to explore yoga. There's like certain yoga poses and yoga flows that can help aid your digestive system, like certain twists and stuff like that. So I would recommend that kind of yoga that aids the digestive system, right? So doing that kind of exercise and practice to help aid like your body. Drinking more water, of course, you know, these are things that we are aware of, but we need to be more disciplined in doing this, because it is affecting your mood. It's affecting your mood, and it's affecting your perception of yourself. It's affecting your ability to get over the past, or things, emotions from the past, because it's fucking waste, right? It's poop. So anything fucking attached to the shit, like if it's old energy, you know how many people have fecal matter sitting in their fucking colon for months up to years? Like, that's a real thing. So being mindful about taking care of yourself, taking better care of yourself, being mindful about what you are consuming, right? If you eat 2 meals in a day, you should be pooping the very next day. If you eat on Monday, you should be pooping on Tuesday, right? So not, oh, you ate on Monday and then you don't poop until Thursday. Like, you know, that's energy, that's frequencies attached to that. So yeah, this could be making you feel more you could be feeling very mucusy easily. You could be feeling more, I'm not going to say like more drained, but it's like bouts of exhaustion. Like it's not something that's really, like it really depends. It depends on the degree of, but handle that. Like I said, you could drink some teas. Um, do I want to say arnica? Arnica is a good herb. I can't think. I'm trying to think of another one. But yeah, let's see. So more fruits and veggies, more fiber, more water. Doing exercising in general will help you poop. Exercising in general. You don't have to do yoga, specific yoga flows for that. But yeah, yoga just kind of adds like divine frequency back into the body as you're releasing. So anything like that, even if it's like a herbal tea, it adds a higher frequency in your body as you purge a lower frequency. So it says you have hidden talents and abilities waiting to awaken. You have hidden talents and abilities waiting to awaken. You know how they say eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. I don't think we really consider how much this like really applies to us just as much as it applies to other people pertaining to us. I feel like most often, we think about, oh, these motherfuckers ain't see shit yet. Like, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard all that God has planned for me. They could think this, they could, we always switch our vision to other people when it comes to certain things that are really meant for us to process within our own soul for ourselves, for our personal security. So this says lack of healthy mental stimulation as well. So doing better with this, we need you to keep learning. We need you to keep expanding because it's going to keep you ascending, right? It's going to help you be creative. So the more that you learn, it's going to help bring you more clarity. It's going to help reignite and reawaken information that you already have within. Because that's the thing. Somebody used to tell people, like, whenever I would have conversations with people and I would, share these parables or just have these gems or downloads that just naturally flow in the conversation, like, I would tell people, because, like, they'll say stuff like, oh, I'm so glad, like, it's, look, doubting gifts and abilities. Exactly. So these will be people who will be doubting their gifts and abilities, right? So, and I would tell them, this is information that you already have within you. Like, I'm not telling you anything new. It was just a matter of me putting a flame to the candle. But this is information that was already encrypted in your spiritual DNA. All I did was reawaken it. All I did was, shine a light on it so you can, really acknowledge it, right? Excuse me. And this is not even to say that you haven't already, shine a light on it, but it's like walking through a room and there's a few things in a room and something else catches your attention so you overlook it, right? But it says you're exhausted. You're exhausted because you're healing. This exhaustion is coming from the fact that you're healing. You are healing at this time. So don't beat yourself up about that. Or don't doubt your gifts just because you feel exhausted or you don't feel like you have enough energy to really invest in certain things all the time. So that's something too, like you could be being hard on yourself, like you're not giving yourself credit for the times when you are, going out and going in, right? You have to rest at some point. So it's like you gotta have balance. And the universe is going to help you maintain that. So it says the candles are working. The candles are working. So if you've been doing or practicing candle magic with yourself to help aid yourself, aid your healing, color frequency magic to help increase certain moods or stabilize certain chakras, right? So for my people who are creative artists, Spirit is telling you to release your music. Release your music. I'm hearing got drink more tea. Detox for a breakthrough. Drink more tea. So we have to remember that the way we take care of our vessels is connected to our experience. It's connected to our human experience. I don't care how good the shit is. I don't care how beautiful it looks. I don't care how great it smells. What you eat does affect your life. It does affect your mind. And if it affects your mind, it affects what what materializes into your world, right? So detox for breakthrough. So we need to make this hot. This needs to become popular, and it needs to stay popular, because what's the point of acquiring all these riches, or all these friendships and connections or whatever, if you're not even going to be able to experience it for as long as you could experience it if you take better care of yourself, right? So it don't do you any good to feel proud about, oh, I'm putting food on the table, but the food you putting on the table is killing these people even faster than it would be if they weren't eating shit, or if they was fucking fasting or something. So that's what I'm hearing too, like fasting. Using fasting, you can fast to manifest things. You can fast to manifest. Like, set your intentions and say, okay, I'm going to fast, and and know that your fasting is contributing or going toward, it's powering up whatever this manifestation is, or this intent, right? So fasting and detoxing, you can choose anything to detox from, anything that that you are overindulging in, anything, even if it's marijuana. Detox for a breakthrough. But it's saying to drink more tea, so this is also going to help you with this situation, right? Because what I'm hearing now, it's like, okay, we spend a lot of time, talking about how our experiences, with other people throughout our life has really affected us, and, how we see the world, how we've been shaped, and, our decisions and our perceptions, our mindset, right? Where we, our journey. But, it's like, the reason why I put hermit, I didn't put hermit for you to go into your shell and hide from the world after, you've been told, put yourself out there more and yada, yada, yada. That's not what I'm saying. What I mean by hermit, I'm saying is to be like an investigator of yourself. Being an investigator of your soul. That's what I mean by hermit. Like, this is something you need to maintain. This is something that needs to be sustained and managed. Alright? What else you have for us, Spirit? What other messages do you have for us? You gotta go in and you gotta clean. You gotta find those, those. You have to find those terrorists within the body, within the mind. You have to clear it out, whatever it takes. Even if it means, having to do a detox. Even if it means drinking more tea, right? Even if it means lighting candles, reading a book, educating yourself on something new, or enhancing your knowledge on something. Working on your creativity, your art, your artistry, and actually, being vulnerable and putting it out there, right? You have to put it out to get something back. It don't do you no good to just make this stuff and just hold on to it. You have to put something out there to get something back. So release your music. Release your music. Don't worry about, who's going to listen to it, when it's going to pop off, if it's going to pop off, is it going to be received? But that's overthinking. That's doing way too much. That's doing way too much. That's doing way too much than where that energy is actually supposed to be going, especially if we're talking about manifesting. Adding worry to that recipe, that is not what you want. You don't want to add worry. You don't want to add fear. You don't want to add that to that recipe, because now it's like you're giving your power away. You're giving your power and, your approval and your like being official and your credibility, you're putting that in the hands of other people, other humans, right? When it's supposed to only be in the hands of the divine and yourself, right? So, what are the messages you have for us, Spirit? What are the messages you have for us, Spirit? This kind of come out. Become successful from the comfort of your home. Become successful from the comfort of your home. So this is saying that you have what you need. You have what you need. You have what it takes to become successful from your own home. Just sleeping on yourself. Okay, so some of you guys may be considering changing your hair as well. So change your hair. Change your hair, whoever that is for. Okay, this keeps coming out, so I know that's the Most High. It says, remember God in all things, and in all things remember God, right? Remember God in all things, and in all things remember the Most High. Remember the Most High whenever you feel the need or feel tempted to compare yourself to another person. Remember the Most High whenever you start to doubt your abilities. Remember the Most High whenever you start thinking that your success is in the power of other people and other people liking and approving you and sharing and reacting to your content. Remember the Most High whenever you do, wonderful things for people, or, you live out your gifts and your purpose, and, or just being a pure-hearted, Samaritan, and, wanting to reap this energy back, rightfully so. Remember the Most High. Like, whenever you see other people not, responding in a way to you that you feel like you just remember the Most High. Whenever you feel like you need more of something, or you need help or assistance with something, or you don't know how something is going to work out, remember the Most High. Remember the Most High. When all these things do work out, and you get all these riches, and you get, all this fame, and these friendships, and these connections, and the love of your life, and having a family, remember the Most High. When those doors open for you, and, these things work out, and, you receive this expansion, and more expansion, remember the Most High. Remember the Most High. Remember God in all things. Remember God in all things. Even when you seeking, you watching these readings, you seeking out information, you seeking out clarity, you seeking out community, right? Connection. Remember God. Remember God in all things. You should not be feeling bored just because, you can't hang out with certain people, or you don't really have people to hang out with and stuff. Look, get out of the past. Get out of the past and change the narrative. Get out of the past. So this is talking about, this is talking about you releasing guilt from whatever decisions or choices or losses from the past. Get out of the past. Or it could be something along the lines of, man, like, I really, invested all this in myself, or I did all this work in myself only to, like, take a few steps back, or, like, slack up and stuff like that. So you could be beating yourself up about that. Get out of the past. Change your narrative like you've done so many times before. Look, change your hair. Like, you change. So what I'm hearing, too, you know how we change our hair? We dye our hair, and for some of us, like, our hair would just go back to normal, like, over time, it'll just go back to its natural color, and, or if you cut it, it'll grow again. So that's what they're saying. Like, if you cut it, it will grow again. If it grows, you can cut it again. So they're telling you to get out of the past and simply change the narrative. Remember that you can always change the narrative because God is in all things, right? The Creator is in all things, if you remember that. It's a matter of you remembering that and remembering where your assistance comes from. But frequency warfare is also interrupting and causing some interference in your perception of your current circumstances. Noise, loud volumes, disturbance via frequency. So this could look like maybe a neighbor or somebody blasting, obnoxious music, or this could be the music that you're listening to. Your ideas are being stolen on social media. So, I guess we're going to attack that too. So, Whenever you see or it looks like somebody's doing something that you feel like was your idea that you wanted to do, but you see someone else doing it, so you may start to doubt yourself and this, that, and the third. That's a form of frequency warfare too, because it's attacking your general frequency of thinking like positively and optimistic about something you feel passionate about and so excited to do, but then you see someone else doing it, or you know, you notice or you suspect that something that looks like something I said or something I did or something I thought, you know, you'll see that and witness that and see, you know, how it's being received, and you may start to doubt your gifts and abilities. But this is saying, this is a form of, this is just frequency warfare. So don't internalize it. Do not internalize it, right? Get out of the past. We know that these things happen. We already know that this stuff happened. You know, we're not blind to it. We done called motherfuckers out on it. Get out of the past and change the narrative. But yeah, your ideas was being fucking stolen. Your ideas are being stolen on social media. So I said on a video recently too about to chill out with your social media presence or balance it out. Like you have to balance it out. I'm not saying that you have to disappear and hide from motherfuckers. That is not what I'm saying. But you do need to balance it out, especially when it comes to your creativity, exposing your creative endeavors and, you know, your innovativeness. Like, that's the part you need to chill out on. Like, talking too much about, you know, certain shit. When people are out here looking for ways. So this is saying the spirit is helping to heal and restore your mindset and your self-concept. So the Most High, the angels, your ancestors are helping to heal your mindset and your self-concept. So you need to release this. Release any guilt you could be feeling towards yourself from, you could have feel like you cut yourself off a few times. Like, man, if I would have just kept doing this, if I would have stayed consistent, you know, I would have been where I've been trying to get at, or, you know, I wouldn't be in a situation right now that I'm in. Like, so some of you guys could be really, like, reflecting, too, over decisions where, honestly, you know, circumstances could have been better if you made a different decision, right, or a different choice. But you're needing to release this guilt about this, though. Like, it's not, look, just because, you know, these things happen, just because there's some feelings and some emotions that came from it, that doesn't mean that you still can't change the narrative. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, if you remember, you was a totally different version of yourself. You was a totally different version of yourself that had different information or the lack thereof, a different kind of mindset, different frequencies and energies and an environment around you, certain people that you was mixing your spirit with, and you mixing in their energetic field, you picking up some of their shit. So we have to consider all of these other details that be, right, before, you know, we start, you know, becoming our own wardens. We don't need to be our own mental wardens. That's not what it's supposed to be. So this is also talking about stop giving second chances. Stop giving second chances to motherfuckers who, you know, like, bro, it's not it. It's not it. I just said this. What you put in, okay, what you put out comes back 10 times more. What you put out comes back 10 times more. So release this music, release this creativity, and you're going to receive, like, more creative ideas, like more creative thoughts and lyrics and music and ideas and projects and visions, right? Detox to breakthrough. If you detox, the more you detox, the more breakthroughs you receive. So what you put out, you get back. What you put out, you get back 10 times more. So if you release the guilt, you can receive more contentment. Release the guilt, receive forgiveness, receive contentment, receive acceptance. So needing to let go of the scarcity mentality as well. Needing to let go of scarcity mentality. This is something that you have to renew within your mind. This is why renewing your mind is so important, because these temptations and these attacks and the frequency warfare, the general frequency around you in your environment are people who have scarcity mentality. So empathically, you're going to pick up on this energy as well. You're going to pick up on this energy. So they're telling you that you have to occasionally. That's why, look, that's why I put hermit. That's why I put hermit. Hermit, let go. Greetings. Let go of scarcity mentality because it is a dominant frequency in your demographic location. Right? So make sure you are consciously letting go of this mindset because it is impacting your path. Ooh, okay, so somebody who's going to see this, you will have a baby soon. You will have a baby soon. Somebody that's going to view this, confirmation, you will have a baby soon. A baby doesn't have to be a human child. It could be a pet. It can be a business venture. It could be a creative idea or whatever. But something that you have to nourish and nurture, right? So somebody in your energy is secretly messy. Somebody is secretly messy. Okay. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Oh my gosh. Secretly messy. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Let go. So there could be somebody around you who has this a very strong scarcity mentality. And they could be secretly messy. Somebody, okay, so what I'm getting, I'm getting another message. What I'm getting is that there's someone who's been doing like some messy ass shit. And it's been impacting your frequency. It's been like a form of frequency warfare. This person has very low frequency. They overindulge in low frequencies. And this is a lot of the kind of the energy that they sow. So it's saying that what you put out comes back 10 times. So this person is receiving karma. But this person has a very strong scarcity mentality. They messy as fuck. They're telling you to start giving second chances to this person. For somebody, this could be a baby mother or a baby father. Oh my God. You will have a baby soon. Yeah, this could be a baby mother or a baby father. They're telling you to stop giving second chances to this person because they're secretly messy. They have a scarcity mentality. This person, they could listen to a lot of low vibrational shit. Or they could, overindulge in low vibrational frequencies and bring this shit around you or try to include you in it or pull you into it. They're telling you that you need to let go of this energy, this frequency with this person. Because they're secretly messy. And whatever it is, it sounds crazy, but it's true. So, and remember God in all things. So, for some people, this could be an individual that you need to detox for this breakthrough or for a breakthrough. Because this person overindulging in frequency warfare, like, they could be somebody who don't even read books. Like, they don't really educate themselves, or, like, they're not really into, like, things, like, to help feed their mind, like, stimulate their mind. You could be picking up these habits, too, hanging with this person. And it could be, like, preventing you from discovering these hidden talents and abilities that are waiting to awaken. They're waiting to awaken. Yeah. Have fun and be playful, but it's like you still need to balance it with, like, educating yourself, like building yourself intellectually. But you're not alone in this though. But they're saying this is why you're exhausted as well. Like, if you've been feeling exhausted, this is why. You could have been lacking, like, on your healing. being like involving yourself with this person with this frequency, like this person with this low frequency, this messy person that you could be having a baby with, or maybe this person is about to have a baby, or I don't know, this person may try to have a baby with you. You need to take a shit. Yeah, so somebody needs to release a very toxic, low vibrational frequency here, because it's impacting your motivation to like read, like educate yourself, or like do something like mentally stimulating. Really go within and like know how to discern your own voice and your own thoughts, your intuition, and actually trust them. Feeling too reliant and codependent on somebody else's intuition or ability to give you clarity. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but you should not overindulge in it, because that can cause like some it can just cause like some doubt, some self-doubt, right, within yourself. Like you don't, like, let's say if all communication and electricity was cut the fuck out and we just had to damn try to strive the best that we could with what we have, like you will like be questioning the fuck out of your intuition like half of the time. So that's a problem. That's why they're saying remember God in all things. So okay, this could also be somebody who has like like you work from home, or you have your own business where you work from home, and this could talk about somebody that's in your energy, like who has a very low, like they're low vibrational, and they could be using frequency warfare on you, like through music, or just talking really loud, like being really loud, or just loud noises or whatever to distract you and disrupt your focus, to frustrate you and annoy you or stuff like that. And this person can have a scarcity mentality. You could, okay, so for somebody, you could be helping somebody who's going to have a baby or whatever, but this person is very low vibrational. You may have been letting them stay with you, or you just been helping them or whatever and giving them like second chance. They're telling you to stop giving this person second chances. Stop giving that person second chances. Because this person is trying to steal your ideas. This person want to be up under you to steal your ideas, or try to like make a come up or whatever, a little hustle on the side off that shit. No. No. This could be somebody who's a stylist too, or you could do hair. That could be like your own business or something that you do as a hustle or whatever, because it says change your hair. Change your hair, change the narrative. So you could be trying to do something different, like in that kind of industry, like something impactful, positively impactful. You could be spending too much time in this hustle as well. Spirit may be saying we have something deeper for you, something more, you know, sacred, something more unique. This could be music for you. Like you could be doing one little hustle, but Spirit is saying, no, we want to use you in music, but you may doubt your abilities. And the reason why you're doubting these abilities is because you're healing and restoring from this frequency warfare that you've been under. And these people are receiving karma right now, because it said what you put out comes back 10 times. So don't over fixate on these people getting their justice, or when they will get their justice. Everything that everybody put out, you get that shit back 10 times, including you. Including your patience, your contentment, you know, you standing up for yourself, standing your ground, you know, pressing through. You're going to get that shit back 10 times. Yeah. So Spirit is telling you to basically step up your game on your health. Step up your health game. All that other shit, you know, this warfare and this destruction going on around you, step up on your health game. So we're allotting you time and space, right, for you to step up on your health game, for you to do these detoxes, right, for you, you know, get back in your fitness, you know, like this, do healthy things, right, not just physical health, but your mental health, right, make sure you're getting proper healthy mental stimulation as well, right, your spiritual health. That's why we got the candles are working. So if you've been burning candles, keep burning your candles. And like I said, some of you guys can have connections to the Zulu tribe. Look, we got rags to riches. Rags to riches, because I'm hearing come up. Come up. It's like Spirit is saying, come up. Look, confidence. It comes with time and practice. Spirit is saying, you know, do not fret, or fret not, my child. Fret not, my child. You just need a little bit more faith in yourself. You just need a little more faith in yourself. Fret not, my child. You just need a little more faith in yourself. Okay. Clarify. You're exhausted because you're healing. Somebody needs to know that sleep is definitely a form of exercise. Of course, you can still utilize lavender. I feel like lavender is the anytime herb. But, what was I about to say? You're exhausted because you're healing. Morning, the world awaits you. Ooh. Morning, the world awaits you. Now, this clarified you're exhausted because you're healing. So this is talking about you getting proper rest, right? You getting proper rest. So a lot of you guys, your sleep could be very choppy. It could have been like very choppy lately, or you could have been getting a lot of interruptions in your sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, going to sleep too late, oversleeping, like whatever it could be. Like your sleep could be off for whatever reason. This could be because of your job. This could be because of your schedule, like your schedule is indifferent. This could also be worrying or the frequency warfare. So this frequency warfare could have been disturbing your sleep as well. So this is talking about you getting proper and thorough sleep. That's what I was about to say. Sleep is also a form of exercise. Please hear me. People who are plant-based or vegan, generally, they don't fucking stress themselves out in a fucking gym for real. They don't have to. Because of what they eat and the foods that they consume, that naturally, you know, age, you know, through their fats and their lean, you know, builds lean muscle and this, that, and the third. You just having, like, a natural, like, active life. Playing with your kids. Going for a walk. Cleaning the house. Going shopping or exercising. Going for a jog. Or just doing, like, a few minimal exercises. But making sure you get proper rest. That is exercise. That is a form of exercise, and it does impact your weight. It impacts your mood. It impacts several things concerning you. So this is an issue. Someone is needing to get proper sleep. You needing to get thorough sleep where you feel well rested. Like you see how this person is looking? Like that deep scratch like that. I'm ready for the day. Goddamn. Yeah, Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. Unplug and relax for a spell. Unplug from this anxiety. Unplug from the frequency warfare in your demographic area of this scarcity mentality. Like, you don't think it, give yourself permission to be freed from worry, to be freed from anxiety, to be freed from fearing the unknown, or from overthinking, you know, every situation in your life or every connection, and no, or wanting to know all the answers right then and there. Like, yo, that's a whole lot of extra energy that's being exhausted, you know, into waste. Like, that is wasteful energy. That's why they're saying you need to take a shit. So what I'm hearing too, this is not even just talking about your physical body. Your mind needs to take a shit. Like, you need a mental flush. You need a mental flush. And what I'm hearing, the way that you're going to do that, you got to give your mind some mental stimulation. You got to give your mind, you know, the time and space to speak and be heard by you, and you not question it. you know, you not demonize yourself or demonize it or start ruminating or start, you know, trying to, you just being too hard. You're being too hard. You're being too hard on yourself. You over versions of yourself that you no longer are. That's what's crazy about it. Versions of yourself that you no longer are. Like, what's the purpose of that? What's the purpose of that? Just because these people that you know, just because family members are only used to older versions of yourself, that don't mean that is a version of yourself that you have to be mentally entrapped in. You don't have to be mentally trapped in whatever decisions you made then, right? When that's not who you are now. Especially if, you know, you're using your past and your past decisions to help, you know, give wisdom to other people who are, you know, growing up under you or who are coming to you for some form of counsel, right? So, all right. Library, take control of your own narrative. But this came out reverse. This came out reverse. So that means you're not doing it. Take control of your own narrative. You're being puppeted by narratives that were created of you, or by old narratives, retired narratives of you. Being puppeted and controlled by that, opposed to changing the narrative. Get out of the past. Get out of the past. Oh my God, get out of the past. Get out of the past and change the fucking narrative. Change the narrative. Okay. So we really, really have to, you know, crack down just how serious and impactful our thoughts are, y'all. Really. This is why renewing the mind is so important. Because even after renewing your mind from a certain, like, perception and stuff like that, it can easily, like, just get concocted or, like, just it slip back into that shit because of the frequency that surrounds us, right? Clarify frequency warfare. Clarify frequency warfare. Castle. It's time for healing, not war. It's time for healing, not war. So you're supposed to be healing at this time. Healing at this time, okay? You're supposed to be healing. 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 Clarify castle. Clarify castle. It's so crazy how fast time flies. Clarify castle. There is strength in doing nothing. Wait. What have you been forcing and how can you let go of the outcome? And that's the number 6 as well. Let me show you this. But you see how this person is like very meditative, right? So, there is strength in doing nothing. Wait, what have you been forcing and how can you let go of the outcome? So, trying to force your success to happen at a certain time or a time that you feel like it needs to happen, opposed to divine timing. But you're needing to let go of this outcome. The outcome is not in your control, right? This is why it says you have hidden talents and abilities waiting to be awakened. Remember God in all things. Remember God in all things. There are going to be some things about your reflection, which is the Most High, that is mysterious, that's supposed to be a mystery, that you, not even yourself, is going to have the information about. So this is what it means when it says lean not on your own understanding. When your understanding still can't touch information concerning you that the Most High has for you, and that's because it's being protected, be at peace with that. You're supposed to be healing. You know you need it. You know you need it. You know you've been under this frequency warfare. You know you've been dealing with this. You know you've been dealing with these thoughts. feeling certain frequencies within yourself, or picking up certain frequencies around you that you expose yourself to, and you've been battling these things. Being aware of this, right? Be aware of this. There is strength in doing nothing. Wait. So stop forcing, you know, stop forcing your success. Stop forcing your success. Stop forcing your success. And let go of the outcome, because you understand that your outcome is in the hands of the Most High, is in the hands of the universe, not people. People will be used to facilitate that outcome, but it's not in their hands, right? Okay, 5533. Rest, renew, and recharge. Rest, renew, and recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? What I just said. Your body needs rest. Your body is craving rest. That's why you feel exhausted. You're exhausted because you're healing. You're exhausted because the angels, the universe, is helping to heal and restore your mindset and your self-concept. This is why a renewal of your mind has to take place daily. Daily, a daily death and rebirth, not only of the flesh, not only of your, emotions, your emotional body, but also of your mind, your mindset. Your mindset has to rest, renew, and be recharged daily. Daily. What else came out? Soul alignment. It's time for a radical change. How can you show up for yourself in ways that you never have before? So you spent a lot of time in the past having to having to be in warfare. But you remember the last message from the video before was talking about not engaging, not accepting the invitation to war with people and their demons. Rejecting invitations to war with other people's demons. We're not doing that anymore. We got better things to do. Like, there's strength in doing nothing. No, I don't want to accept your invitation to this fucking club-ass ritual. I don't want to accept your invitation. There's strength in me staying in the comfort of my home and becoming successful. I can meditate and manifest. I can meditate and heal. I can manifest by healing. I can manifest by detoxing my vessel, my mind, my emotions. I don't have to partake and participate in that. It's time for me to heal. It's time for me to heal. It's not time for me to be in the mix of frequency warfare. No, I'm not going to no club with you to be, listen to this toxic ass music, be around these toxic low vibrational ass frequencies when it's time for me to heal. Where there's time for me to heal, where I don't have to feel peer pressured or guilt tripped into doing that shit. Because there's strength in doing nothing sometimes. There's strength in doing nothing sometimes. And even when I'm doing nothing, I'm doing something. Right? So, soul alignment. Soul alignment. You see this alignment that's taking place throughout his body? Through his body and around him? This Trinity, right? Soul alignment. It's time for a radical change. So remember to show up for yourself in ways that you never did before, right? So this same drive and passion and motivation that you have, like, to defend yourself and prove your justice and this and that, and prove that a motherfucker is full of shit and this, you need to have that same thing towards your health. Okay? Boom. That's it. You are the joy seeker. This is what is going to build and automatically expand your joy, right? What little victories can you celebrate? Little victories, setting goals for yourself to overcome. Little goals for yourself as it pertains to healing and restoring your health, right? Your mindset, your self-concept, your physical health, whatever it is for you. Healing and restoring that business. Healing and restoring a connection that's very dear to you. Whatever it is for you. What little victories can you celebrate? So release whatever guilt from past decisions that was some, it wasn't well thought out decisions. They were unwise decisions. They were decisions made out of naivety. There were decisions made out of being gullible. There were decisions made out of lust. Decisions made out of impulsivity, right? Decisions made out of ignorance. Decisions made out of being misled. Decisions made out of being misinformed or uninformed. Release the guilt of that and celebrate the little victories. What about the little victories from your past along your journey? What about when you did decide to say no to that thing that you used to say yes to? What about when you did cut that person off that you thought you couldn't live without, but they was toxic to you? What about when you did decide to reject the invitation instead of go and something fucked up? What about these little victories? What about these people who hear your name and their heart cheers when they hear your name? What about those little victories when people come in your presence, or when you come around and people feel better, people feel healed, people feel rejuvenated and excited and energized? What about these other little victories? What about that? What about that? Alright, but this is your girl, the Authentic Empress. This is talking about like structure and stability here. This is what's going to bring it. Alright? Making your health a priority. Making your health a priority. Do something every day that contributes to your health. Do something every day. I don't care if you read 5 pages. I don't care if you just drink a glass of tea. I don't care if you do 10 jumping jacks. I don't care if you say 5 affirmations. Do something every day that contributes to your healing on all levels, because it all matters, right? Because remember, and I'm leaving after this. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you to do this. Any of it. 5 affirmations. 5 jumping jacks. Drink a glass of tea. It doesn't matter. Anything that contributes to your healing. Why? Because what you put out, it comes back 10 times more. That is damn near universal law. So, but that's what I have for you guys. It's your girl, the Authentic Empress. I love you, and I will see you guys next time.